Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Facebook Live for Fearless Mom. Today is, what's today? July 29th. Wednesday, July 29th. Wednesday is Fearless Mom Day. That's amazing. Emily, can you please put that on mute? I'm begging you. That was Sylvie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm in here in Mac's study, as you can tell, and Emily and Sylvie and Allison are here with me. What are you guys, the production team?
Yes.
My production team is here with me, and we are super excited. Look, Catherine Parrish is here. Catherine Parrish, the mother of 3 children now. Amy Goodman. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love doing Facebook Live with my glasses on. But I think I'm going to have to turn my comments off. Maybe I won't get distracted. Kendall Harvey, so good to see you guys. This is so fun.
Sorry, my computer wasn't on mute.
I'm sorry, my production team is not paying attention to their own computers, and they're laughing and distracting me. And so I'm glad you guys are all tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from. That's so fun. So give us your, let's see, Christina Jackson, hello. And Janae, this is so fun. Glasses.
Game changer.
Game changer.
I feel like you should tell people where you're watching.
Yeah, I said this is Mac's office. I'm getting ready to reset my office, and I'll tell you, thank you, Angela, Cool Guitars, they're Mac's. One of them was his dad's, anyway. Oh, back porch, Kath Hawks. Okay, I'm already distracted. Hello, Kath. Okay, I'm not going to look anymore at the comments. Can you turn them off, Emily?
Yeah,
I
just did it. Did it turn off?
No, you can't turn off.
That's just for yourself.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to, you know what, I'm just going to back up. Oh, and Lisa Bodine, hello. Okay, I'm not going to. Did your finger just go in there?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure it out, guys. But I'm so glad that you guys are joining in. Tonight is the first of a 2-part series on, I almost said functioning, living and parenting in uncertainty and with uncertainty. But before we get to it, I want to do a couple of giveaways for you guys who are in here on time. So Emily is going to tell me the number, the giveaways tonight. Let's do 2. Do you know how? Yeah, we'll do 2 winners, and they'll get both. So they get the towel set because this is actually perfect for the pandemic. It is, I'm home, I'm safe, I like it here. Maybe you need to remind yourself that you still like being home. Or she laughs, actually, and she laughs without fear of ordering takeout. I don't know where you are in the country, but we are still being super cautious, and most people are at home for a lot of the time, but we are getting out and about, but we are still ordering takeout. And then also Fearless pencil bags, because many of you are getting ready to start school, and I use these for my Bible study pencils. Do you girls have these? This is a great one. It's a great one. You can go to the shop and buy them. Just kidding. I'll get y'all some. This is the giveaway. So a towel set and a pencil bag set. And Emily, let's do 2 winners. Maybe 3. Let's do 3.
Wow.
Let's do 3. I know. I love giveaways. I love party favors. And so, Emily, how do they do it? What do they text?
Text still fearless.
Oh, text still fearless.
To 94090.
94090.
I'm
Still
commenting.
fearless. Oh, you're going to put it in the comments. Emily's going to put it in the comments. My production team is taking care of that for me. So we are so glad to be with you. And I am so excited about what is coming for Fearless Mom. So Emily, in just a minute, let's set the time. For how long do we have? Let's do 10 minutes. We'll announce the winner in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So at 8:15.
I'm literally doing a 10-minute timer.
Time is not my strength. Again, if you're tuning in, let us know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see our moms from across the country. So we've done the giveaway. Now I want to tell you a little bit about what's coming this fall. As I said, I don't know where you are in the country and what's going on in your world, but we are meeting as a church, but we are going to be doing Fearless Mom via video this fall. We are doing a 6-week semester. So a 6-week semester starting September 16th and going through October 21st, which you Vegas girls know is Leading and Loving It. We're going to be tuning in live from there a little bit, checking in with the moms. So this is what will happen. We will start registration next week on August 5th. We open registration to everyone, and it's $49 for the 6-week registration. Now, when you watch next week, I will give you a discount code. A discount code will be on for next Wednesday. So we'll open registration, and moms will register. So you have 3 options to join us. So you can join with us. We will go live. They're pre-recorded videos that we'll record in Austin. And then you can join us on Wednesday evenings. We'll all get together on Zoom and then watch the video together and then come back for a little bit of Q&A. So that's one way that you can watch, or you can register and get the videos. We'll send them out each week after the Zoom. You can watch it on your own time. Or number 3, if you have a group of friends, we're gonna let you know how to register as a group. So those are your options, and we are so excited about it. So $49 for the 6-week semester. Again, that is starting September 16th through October 21st. And we will be talking about my obsession right now. So I am obsessed with the connection between technology, mindfulness, thoughts and feelings, behavior, and self-control. The series will not be COVID specific. It will be able to live after the pandemic, but it's obviously COVID relevant. It's right where we are right now. But I'm going to be, I've been doing a lot of studying on mindfulness and self-control and willpower. And then I believe the progression of technology has led to the regression of self-control. And so we're going to be talking about that and about kids' behavior and about how it affects kids. But we're also going to start by talking with, about identity and how all of that affects moms also. And so I'm really trying to articulate and figure out how to empower kids. I'm studying a little bit about cognitive behavioral therapy, and we're going to do some cognitive behavioral parenting. And cognitive behavioral therapy is used to treat anxiety and depression, and I want to see what we can learn from it to help prevent anxiety and depression. So I'm so excited about that, and I'm trying to articulate how to help kids and adults control and take ownership of the space between thoughts and actions, between feelings and behavior. So I'm working on empowering kids to identify that space. If you have kids who are impulsive, if you have kids who are emotional, if you have a lot of emotion and it shows in your body language. Emily, are you responding to this? Because you have a lot of emotion. Yeah, in a good way. I do not think that is a bad thing. I have emotion. I think you get most of that from Dad, though. But lots of emotions, and trying to figure out how to express that in a healthy way. So we're going to work on that, not just emotions and feelings, but also thoughts and unhealthy thought patterns. So I'm very excited about that. We're working to decrease and minimize and set our kids up for their best to try to avoid the anxiety and depression and other diagnoses that we see today. And I believe we can. I do believe there are choices we can make and actions we can take to empower our kids to hit that head on. And again, that's $49 registration. Registration opens August 5th. I'll give a discount code that will be live next week during our next session. These 6 videos will not go out like we've been doing in the past. They will not go out on Fearless Fridays. They will just be open and available to everyone who registers. We will continue to have some free content. We're going to have our blog. This will not be on the podcast either. Again, this is just for those who register for this 6-week session. We'll have other blogs. We'll be continuing to give free resources, but our curriculum this semester will be just for those who register. And I'm so excited about it. And then that leaves us some space since we finished on October 21st. For those of you who are in Austin, our prayer is that at some point we do get together, obviously to celebrate the holidays, but maybe even before then. We're on the lookout for opportunities to get together. So I want to dive in with what we're talking about. I want to remind you that Fearless Mom is not about adding to your to-do list. Our prayer is that we actually bring comfort and encouragement. We know your list is already so long, so we just want to help you be intentional with what you're already doing. That's our prayer for tonight. And this is my collar's kind of bugging me. Does it look funny to you, Emily? This is my Target dress with a collar.
It looks good.
And so I don't know if you guys are into the Target dresses. This is not what I would call a jackpot Target dress. A jackpot Target dress is one that plays the role of cover up,
Everything.
casual attire like running errands,
Oh, yes.
actually nightgown, and then you can throw a jacket and wear it to dinner. Throw a jacket on it. I actually have some of those.
Right.
I have multiple dresses that are jackpot dresses. That's what I'm always looking for, the jackpot dress.
I don't think that's what like bloggers mean when they say like from day to night.
Yeah. Oh, I mean day to all night, and you can wear it in the morning. A dress that I can wear for 48 hours straight is like jackpot dress. See this collar? I'm not used to it because I've been wearing my jackpot dresses, and the ones that I sleep in cover up. You know, like when we go to the beach and I'll wear it for the whole week. That's my goal. Throw on a jacket, go out to eat. If you have a recommendation on a jackpot dress that doubles as a nightgown, that's super important. Yeah, sorry, that was just a little, maybe I'll be a fashion blogger now.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we'll do on our blog. That'll be our free content. Yes, excellent. Okay, so let's dig into what we're doing now. So we're going to be talking about, we already did our parenting in a pandemic. We thought the pandemic, remember we started, guys, and we thought it was like going to be like 3 weeks or something. And here we are. How many months later? 4.5? Yeah, 4.5 months later, and we are still navigating the pandemic. We're still navigating. Many of us are in places that are still mostly at home. Allison is a healthcare professional, so she sees it from a different perspective, and we have the advantage of looking at it through her eyes sometimes, so we know that it is a big deal, and we are following the rules and being as safe as possible. Most of us, bless you, Emily, most of us, though, are feeling at this point out of control, like the decisions that are being made and what comes next is out of our control. Maybe you're a new mom and you are feeling afraid and nervous. Maybe you are an exhausted mom of a toddler or preschooler. Maybe you are a frustrated mom, confused mom trying to figure out what to do about school-age kids. Maybe you are a mom who has students and teenagers and preteens, and you're worried about their social development and sad that they can't be with their friends as much as they'd like to be. Or maybe you are nervous about your own health or the health of a loved one. We want to remind you that you are not alone. I've talked to many moms in each of these categories, and you know what? There are some moms who are embarrassed to say, nervous to say that they're actually enjoying this time, that they've enjoyed this time with their family, that they've enjoyed the slower pace, that they are actually looking forward to having to be home more. There's no shame on either end. If you are ready to send your kids, to school, to daycare, to camp, wherever, or if you are thinking, you know what, I hope they get to stay home for the next year. I may continue to keep them home. No shame. Fearless Mom is a guilt-free, shame-free, judgment-free zone. And as we jump into tonight, I want to make sure we all remember that. That is so important that we remember that. Number one, you're not alone, whatever you're feeling. I can assure you, you're not the only one. And then number two, it's okay if your friends are all feeling different from you. It's okay. There's not a right or wrong right now. Everything is up in the air. All we know is that all of us Every single one of us is dealing with uncertainty. Everyone. There is no one who knows what is about to come next. And so that's what we're going to talk about, since that's some common ground here. Dealing with uncertainty, living in uncertainty. When we first started, when we did parenting in a pandemic, it was more of let's arm ourselves, let's look on the other side. It was about parenting through, and it was about, and you know what? Tonight, I'm going to talk about living in it, living in uncertainty, because I know for me, I got my mind set for, all right, this is a phase and we are going to get through this. You know what? I believe with my whole heart that we're going to get through this, but I want to condition ourselves to think, all right, how do I live in it? How do I live in this uncertainty? Because when we feel uncertain, when we don't know what's coming next, it reminds us of our limitations, that we are human and that we aren't in control. And there are many of us, if you're like me, then you control everything that you can and you like to feel like you're in control. And the truth is, you were never in control. It was just an illusion of control. It also puts to test our locus of control. And I don't mean locus as in the insect. I mean our locus of control as in external versus internal. An external locus of control says, my life is determined by what happens around me. An internal locus of control is a healthier viewpoint, says, there is stuff going on around me, but I always, say always.
Always.
Oh, my production team is also my audience. Y'all are amazing. I always can control how I approach and respond to that circumstance. So that internal locus of control, when we are uncertain about the decisions that are being made and we don't have any say in them and we feel like we're at the mercy of others, that puts that to a test. As much as I want to live with an internal locus of control, I am now forced to say, you know what? There are some situations, some circumstances, some things that I can't control, and that's okay. But I can always team, control how I approach and respond to them. And so when I feel at the mercy of others, when I can feel myself thinking with that external locus of control, that's when I know I've taken on a victim mentality. And that is no good. And that quickly leads to living life with that external locus of control and then being a victim of everyone else's decisions. It is true. Our lives are affected by, and often our decisions are made for us by others, but we always have a choice about how to respond to those decisions. I think that also for those of us who do like to prepare, and I am a planner, I do like to plan for unexpected things. Does that make sense? And I like change when it's my idea. I like to choose change. I only like it when it's my idea. And so I think that this uncertainty, it reminds us of our limitations, it tests our locus of control, and it challenges that feeling of being prepared. I feel like, and I teach always, our responsibility, we embrace the responsibility to prepare our children. Proactive is more than a zit cream. It's a way of life. I teach that all the time. It is very hard to feel prepared right now. It's very hard to feel like I'm preparing my children, even though they're adults, but preparing even my team, preparing whatever it is, it's very hard to feel accomplished because you don't know what is coming next. And how do I know if I'm ready if I don't know what I'm supposed to be ready for? So I think all of that is causing angst, but I think that with uncertainty, people respond differently. So I know, Emily, when you are uncertain, there are two different responses that you have. And Sylvie and Allison, I want y'all to think about it. I think you're all three different personalities. So I think this is interesting to look at you guys as examples of how you respond to uncertainty. I think number one, Emily, you sometimes are paralyzed.
Oh, for sure.
Just paralysis. And some of you may be finding yourself there. Like, I can't make a decision about my kids. I can't make a decision about what's for dinner. I'm just paralyzed right now. Maybe you are a person that now responds in overactive control. like I'm controlling everything around me. I don't know
Or
that
like,
that's you.
No,
I don't
like
think
to-
that's you.
I like to get worked up about small things that don't matter instead of paying attention to the
Big things that do
around.
matter. Yes.
Exactly.
Or Emily, this may be you, but you get angry.
Well,
It may be you. It is me. It is definitely me, and I don't know if that is genetic or learned in our house, but it may be paralysis, it may be overactive control, it may be anger. Does anybody respond to uncertainty with fear? Are you afraid of when you don't know what's happening? I think fear is one. I think anxiety.
What did it say about me that I thought those meant the same thing?
No, that doesn't say anything because Emily, as you
Oh,
know,
that's interesting.
anger is a secondary emotion. And so
Right.
anger is usually a result of another emotion. So
Right.
if you feel angry first, if you feel afraid first, it may come out as anger.
No, I meant uncertainty and fear.
Uncertainty and fear. Oh, you thought they were the same? Oh, that's interesting. Like I
Or
think
like get
just
jumbled
angst.
up. Yeah.
Angst. Yeah, I think they can be. I said synonyms. I think they can be synonyms in a different context. All right, what about some of you probably are feeling exhausted or overwhelmed? Anybody in here? Exhausted and overwhelmed? Yes, hands raised. Well, how do you respond to uncertainty, Allison?
Cry and take a nap.
Cry and take a nap. There are definitely moms that respond that way. I think that's good though. It's coming out. I think it's good. What about you, Sylvan?
I think I get really stressed out about other things instead of like the main thing.
Interesting.
Like
So
I take it out on other things.
yes, I do think so. So taking it out on other things. I think there are moms in every category, people in every category, not just moms. The truth is, if you have multiple children, may be manifesting it in different ways. 3 girls, they're all feeling it differently. Here's the deal. There's no wrong response. There's no wrong feeling. Now, do not sin in your anger. Be kind to others. I do think we have to embrace the responsibility to process it, but don't feel embarrassed or ashamed of your feelings. Any feeling is okay to feel. How we express it matters. How we express it matters. That is so our semester. I'm going to be talking so much about that. I'm looking forward to it. Here's the deal, though. Uncertainty is always going to be here. If it's not about schools, if it's not about when we can meet as a church again, if it's not about when the stores are going to be open, if it's not about when we can stay at hotels. I guess you can stay at hotels now. If it's not about that, it's going to be about something. It's going to be about work. It's going to be about family. It's going to be about a location change. How would any of you feel about moving? What if Dad and I said today we're moving?
No.
No. How would you feel, Emily?
Well, I still remember when you told me that when I was 12.
So change, uncertain. What if I told you we're moving and we don't know where? All right. So uncertainty. Yeah. I just need y'all to know. How old are you, Emily?
25,
Allison?
25.
Sylvan?
22.
That's right. And we still don't like it. That's okay. That's okay. Now, Mac and I are not moving. Don't anybody worry. Don't worry. But I'm just saying it's going to be a part of life. You guys may have to move one day. You guys may have to change jobs one day. You guys may, Allison and Emily just moved. Look, I'm so proud of you. And Allison, how did you feel about it when you... Bad. Whatever. And Sylvie just started a job. Change, uncertainty is a part of life. So these points that we're going to go over tonight transcend pandemic. They go far beyond. Here's the deal. Uncertainty is a part of life. It is my responsibility to do my best to prepare my children to be their best, to do their best, to live the best life. So now, if I'm going to do my best to prepare them for their best, I have to say, oh, you know what? Uncertainty is real. Uncertainty is a part of everybody's life. So now I'm going to prepare them for it. And so this is a 2-week series. So we're going to talk about ourselves first. Then next week, we're going to dig in about our children. I want to review some basics that still apply and will apply even more as this pandemic goes on. It really applies. If you've got children who are... maybe not going to school, maybe not remote learning, maybe not doing pods, maybe not. This is super important to remember in front of your children. Parenting in a pandemic. Number one, process in private. You're taking a lot of information. You're talking with your friends. You're likely on your phone. You're talking when you see your friends. You may say something like this, which I can totally see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I cannot do remote learning. I cannot do it. I see how you would feel that way, but I want you to picture what your child hears. I just need you to be aware. Your children need you to be aware. We cannot, or talking about other people and what they're doing also, questioning other people's decisions. We're not going to do that. Process in private. Cultivate connection. Create a home in which any emotion is okay to feel. How we process, how we express it matters. But our home is a place that is safe for any feeling. So we create that opportunity. Maybe it's dinner time, maybe it's breakfast time, maybe it is walks, maybe it's sitting on the back porch. Whatever it is, we're cultivating connection so that our children have a safe space to express their feelings. So process in private, cultivate connection, answer what's asked. Let's don't put thoughts in our kids' heads. Are you scared? Are you scared about going back to school? Are you feeling like this will never end? Do you think mommy and daddy are going to get sick? Let's don't put thoughts in their heads. Let's just answer what is asked. Our job is to prepare them for sure, but use some wisdom and bring them to their own conclusions. Let's don't put on them our worries. And then number 4, foster fun. Continue to create that fun. And do what you can. If you're tired, listen, I get it. Put on a funny TV show. You can do that. You can foster fun in your home. And so what we're going to do tonight is to change the way we're thinking. As I said, when that first began, when we did parenting in a pandemic, it was more about, we're going to get through this together. Man, this may be a long month. I remember saying, this could last weeks. Here we are, 4 months in. And so I hear a lot of people, I've said it, I can't wait to get, back
To normal.
I can't wait to get back to normal. I can't wait to get back to normal. I'm just ready to know when we're going to get what? Back to normal. I need you to change your thinking. Instead of getting back to normal and looking that way, we look forward to the new normal. What if instead of looking backward to the way things were and to wanting to get there, let's change our mind. Let's, shift our focus and say, let's look forward. We're going to have a forward focus to the new normal. Instead of back to normal, we're going forward to new normal.
That's so good.
There is no back. We're going forward to new normal. I don't know if you guys get car sick, but our entire family gets car sick. Well, Mac doesn't.
He does not.
But Mac does get motion sick on a boat. He does. But Emily and Joe, do y'all get motion sick?
Yes.
And Joe, puker. And so it was not unusual for us to get motion sick in the car. It was not unusual. I remember when Mac and I, early in our marriage, we went on a deep sea fishing trip. Both of us got so sick. I just remember puking over the side of the boat. It was so gross. This is what I know about motion sickness. When you are motion sick, I looked it up to say, what are the ways you get over motion sickness? You put your eyes on the horizon and you look, Emily, when you're looking, when we get in the car and you're reading your phone, I go, do not look down, Emily, look up. We have to look up. We have to look to the horizon. Look ahead. You have to look forward. When you're feeling angsty, when you're feeling uneasy, do you know what motion sickness is? It's confusion. It's when your inner ear says you're moving, but your eyes say you're standing still, and your body is confused. Your mind is confused. It's sending mixed signals. It's uncertain. And so when you are uncertain, motion sick, you are supposed to lift your eyes, look ahead, and put your eyes on the horizon. You know what another thing said? Eat some snacks. So I think we should. I think we should take that. I think we should take that one too. But think about it. If you're feeling uncertain, it's a lot like motion sickness. It's that angst. You're getting mixed signals, and you're not sure about what to do. You lift up, put your eyes on the horizon, and look forward and eat some snacks. That is what I'm saying. Don't you? Is that amazing?
It's so good.
It's amazing. But when we are getting ready for the new normal, anything new can be exciting at first, but even like new clothes, new jeans, new shoes, you've got to wear them in. So it takes some adjustment. And so we are going to look forward to the new normal, whatever it is. That's where the uncertainty is. I want you to get your mind around living in uncertainty, parenting in, not just through. But you may feel uncertain for a while. And so how can we live and parent in this uncertainty, knowing that we're going to get through it? But how can we parent in? We want to embrace the new normal. We want to even, dare I say, enjoy the new normal. Stop it. What is our new normal? Change, uncertain, sometimes scary, overwhelming. Guys, this new normal, I have heard so many people say they actually feel like they have lost some friendships during this because everyone feels so passionately. Whatever they feel, everyone should go back to school. Everyone should stay home. Some people should go to school. Some people should go to work. Everyone feels so vehemently, so passionately that it's actually hurting friendships. Guys, give honor and grace and run your own race. Give honor and grace and run your own race. Give honor to those who are making the decisions. And thank God that you're not the one making the decisions. Literally, I don't mean like figuratively, thank God. But I mean, literally, pray for those who are decision makers. Honor them and go, I will make decisions for my family. I will embrace my responsibility. And I will control what I can. And I will make peace with what I can't. But this is living in uncertainty, in the midst of it, a long time of uncertainty, living with uncertainty. Now, some of you know, I have my glasses on right here. Look, I actually have 4 pair of glasses right here with me. I always have multiples. They're everywhere because I'm blind, I can't see. And I have always been, nearsighted. Now I'm farsighted, so I can't see close up or far away. And so to do my makeup, I actually have to have 2 mirrors. I have to have a close-up mirror and a far-away mirror. And sometimes I have to zoom in and then I have to zoom out. I have to look at the big mirror. I have to look at the magnifying mirror. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. So that's what we're going to do. It's a change in perspective. I'm looking at the same face, but I'm looking at it differently. And so that's how we're going to live in uncertainty. We're going to zoom out first, and then we're going to zoom in. So living with uncertainty. Zoom out for perspective. Zoom out for perspective. You need to take a breath and step back. Look up and step back. Look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Many of you have young children and you're thinking, this is the year my child is supposed to learn to read. I want to assure you, your child will learn to read. And if you're worried, I'm not a teacher. You don't need to be a teacher if you're not a teacher. You need to be a mom. And the best thing you can do is to read aloud to your child. Some of you are thinking, this is the year that my child is supposed to graduate. This is the year that my child is supposed to earn a scholarship. This is the year that my child, whatever it is, take a breath, take a step back and say, I've got to look at the big picture. In the grand scheme of life, this is months. This is half of a school year. Even if it's a whole school year, it's a part of my child's life. And guess what? God is not surprised by the pandemic. God will not be surprised about remote learning. God will not be surprised. There is nothing that surprises him. God does not see time like we do. So we need to say, you know what? I'm going to back up and look at the big picture and say, this is a season, and I'm going to do my darndest and do my best to enjoy this season of uncertainty, to learn from this season of uncertainty, and to teach during this season. And I don't mean like teach academics. That's great if you're a teacher. That's great if you're enjoying that. I'm talking about life skills. So zoom out for perspective. Gather some perspective. When you change the way you see something, it changes the way you feel about something, and it changes the way you deal with something. So just A shift in perspective can change everything. Then make room. So zoom out. Look at the big picture. Second, make room for your own thoughts and feelings. Make room for your own thoughts and feelings. Man, all the feels. All the feels. Are you feeling one? Allison's a big feeler. We love the feels. We embrace the feels. And even if, and you guys probably know somebody who's enjoying this stage, enjoying the slow pace, I know moms who are, embrace that. Make room for your own feelings. Again, process in private, not in front of your children. It's okay if you have a little hissy in front of your children. I've definitely had it in front of mine. You don't need to chime in there. I've definitely had a fit or two in front of mine, and I apologize and move on. It's good for them to see that I do have emotions, guys, right? Is that? Mm-hmm.
Well, right.
Yeah, thank you, Emily, for that affirming. But something that I've been reading about, and I'll talk about more in the series, the fall semester. You need to secure some solitude. Do what you need to do to secure some solitude. And that may mean getting up. I've been getting up at 5:30, at 5:45. Mac, this morning we were on our walk and he said, I want to wake up earlier tomorrow. I'm thinking 4:30, and he was kidding. And I said, well, that's what Ashley Horn did when her kids were little. You do what you need to do to secure some solitude. We process feelings and emotions in solitude. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, then take a quiet, I'm not talking about time by yourself to scroll on social media, time by yourself to watch a movie. Those are fine and good, but that's not solitude. And you need some solitude. So look at the big picture, make room for your thoughts and feelings. Look at yourself, we talked about this in mindfulness, with no judgment and no comparison. No judgment and no comparison. That's what that solitude is for. Say, I'm feeling sad. And what do we say in Fearless Mom? Feeling sad isn't fun, I know, but feeling sad can help me grow. That's what we teach the kids. Or we say, I'm feeling sad today, I won't feel sad forever. All of those are in the Remote Control series. But be okay with your feelings. I'm feeling frustrated now, I won't feel frustrated forever. Feeling frustrated isn't fun, I know, but feeling frustrated can help me grow. There's so much. Emily laughs sometimes at my sayings, my motivational speech, yes. But truly, be okay with your own feelings. Look at your feelings with no judgment. Actually, my counselor says, look at your feelings with compassion. Be compassionate. We're compassionate with others. Be compassionate with yourself. And say, I understand how you feel that way.
To yourself. That's so good.
And then work through it. It's okay to feel sad. It isn't okay to live sad. It's okay to feel afraid. It's not okay to live afraid. So work through. Make room for and work through those emotions. So look at the big picture. Make room for your own thoughts and feelings. And then focus on what is certain. What do we say about motion sickness? You look up to the horizon, because that is secure and steady and unchanging. So focus on when things are uncertain, focus on what is certain. Mm-hmm. Focus on what you know to be real and true. And we call those cling tos. Cling to what you know to be real and true. And we have a lot of cling to scripture. We have a lot of cling to truths. And if you have one, if you're a fearless mom that's done this before, share in the comments your cling to. I'm going to give some from our Bible study leader, Deborah Meyer at church. She's amazing. And so I'm going to give a few of hers. And then she actually asked her group, and Allison is going to put all of the addresses, isn't that what they're called? Addresses? What were you going to call them? References, yeah. I think it's also an address. Can somebody clarify in the comments? I've heard that before. Like a location, yeah. But a reference.
I haven't heard it from you before.
I know. I usually say reference. But I'm going to read this just as assurance to you guys. Psalm 77, 11, and 12. But then I recall all you have done, O Lord. I remember your wonderful deeds of long ago. They are constantly in my thoughts. I cannot stop thinking about your mighty works. God is still God, and he's still on the throne. And when you read scripture about the miracles that God has done, we're reminded, oh, that's the same God that's still in control. And I would highly recommend, I'm kind of obsessed right now with the Elevation Rattle. Have y'all listened to Rattle?
Oh, so good.
I love it. And Graves into Gardens. Do it again. And then who is Waymaker? Who sings Waymaker?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. You can get, well, Lake Hills Church. Yeah, like it's on YouTube, yes. But Waymaker, Graves into Gardens, Rattle, Do It Again. It's reminding you of those miracles. It's reminding you that God is still in control. Psalm 77, 19 and 20. Your road led through the Red Sea. Oh, I said Red Sea. Your road led through the sea. Your pathway through the mighty waters. A pathway no one knew was there. You led your people along that road like a flock of sheep with Moses and Aaron as their shepherds. This is from Psalm 77. The God who parted the Red Sea is the God who will make a way for you. Make a way to enjoying the pandemic. Make a way to survive and to thrive. And so let me see some other ones. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You may be tired. You may be weary. You may be out of gas. Raise your hand if you're out of gas. Out of gas. I've definitely hit the wall multiple times. That's what running a marathon. I think we've run like, what is it when you run like multiple marathons? Ultra marathon. This is an ultra marathon. And I have hit a wall many times. And I'm reminded those who wait on the Lord, who trust in the Lord, who hope in the Lord, will renew their strength. Isaiah 40:31. There's so many. And I would encourage you, Allison, I believe, is putting all of those references in there to remind you God is still God and he is still good. He's still on the throne. And put those mantras in your mind. Memorize those scripture. Cling to what you know to be real and true. Look at the horizon. Look at what is certain. Cling to that. Now, that was zoom out. We zoom out for perspective, but guys, let's be real. We got to zoom in for daily life. So zoom in to get the work done. Zoom in. Number one, take one day at a time. That is really hard when you're a mom and you're a planner, and we embrace responsibility. And so it's my job to get everybody ready for school. It's my job to get everybody ready for preschool. It's my job. And some of you have jobs and you're trying to parent and figure it out. One day at a time, one day at a time. We always say, like, where there is no vision, the people perish. Yes, you've got to zoom out. You've got to have a vision for your family. But when it comes to zooming in, right now, there's so many variables. So I've just got to take one day at a time, one day at a time. And then taking one day at a time, number two, I've got to plan for pivots. I've got to know if I enter each day going, this is what I think is going to happen, but it may not. It may change today. And so when I shift my mind, now I'm like, all right, I'm ready for that. I am ready for change. Emily, how do you feel about change? Ooh, that's right. But are you ready for change?
Yes.
You've done a great job. Emily does not do change, but you've pivoted.
Yeah, I've pivoted. You're right.
You have pivoted.
I'll give myself some credit.
Yes, good job. So take one day at a time, plan for pivots. Know it's coming, and that's okay. It's also okay to feel angst about the pivot. That's okay, but plan for it. Know it's coming. And then third, state your intent each morning. Deb Woodard said something about this when we were talking about the Willpower Project, that they do this in her exercise class that she teaches, Ride. They state their intent. And I journal every morning. During my quiet time with God, I read scripture and I prayer journal. And I've been doing what Deb said that they do, and I'm stating my intent for each day. So as I journal, I go, today, God, I will. And so sometimes it is, I will look for opportunities to be kind. Today, I will praise you no matter what. Depending on how I'm feeling, what I'm dealing with, today I will look for ways to encourage others. Today, I will look for ways to speak wisdom to others. Today, I will, whatever it is, today I will handle the uncertain well. Today I will, maybe it's just this, today I will do better than I did yesterday. Today I will, Emily, do you have something? Today I will. Sylvie, can you think of Allison? Today I will. Stating your intent for the day. If you were journaling in the morning, what could you say? Today I will do my best. Maybe it's that.
Yeah.
Today I will be kind. Today I will look ahead. Today I will focus on the horizon. Today I will cling to what is certain. Do you have one? You're looking at me.
I don't, but I like them all.
Today I will. All right, Emily, how about today I will.
You're such a good teacher. Thanks for not making me feel bad for not having an answer.
No, I'm trying to help you.
I know.
I'm trying to tell you what to do. Just kidding. Today I will. Put your mantras in there. Encourage others. Whenever you share what you're thinking, it encourages other people. Today I will. That's something stated each morning. Just for that day, remember, we're taking one day at a time. Today I will
You know what mine is?
make my husband feel special. Today I will
Work deeply.
Oh, today I will work deeply. Emily's now reading another book. Emily, you're not recommending it
I
yet.
finished
Oh,
it.
she finished it. Are you recommending it?
Oh, heck yes,
She's
I am.
recommending it because she has finished it. Deep Work by Cal Newport. I'm reading that next. So zoom in. Take one day at a time. Plan for pivots and state your intent each morning. I would encourage you to write it down. I love journaling. And then, so zoom out, zoom in. Zoom out, zoom in. I'm feeling frustrated. Zoom out. But I've got to take care of my kids. Zoom in. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Zoom out. I need to get back to work. Zoom in. Zoom out, zoom in. It's rinse and repeat.
Yes.
Rinse and repeat. Over and over and over and over again. And I want to encourage you as we close to remember the Fearless Mom values when it comes to school, when it comes to getting out and about, when it comes to anything about the virus. What we've seen is people, whatever they feel very passionately. And I love that. I love passion. I feel things deeply. But I think we need to remember to be kind. Jesus, love one another. Proverbs 16:24, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. When you're posting, when you're interacting, be as positive as you can. Romans 12:2, don't copy the behavior and customs of the world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. That's that shift in thinking. And so instead of trying to convince everyone to think your way, maybe you can see your responsibility as to be kind to everyone and to allow them some space to think their own thoughts. And then we're going to go through them real quick. The Fearless Mom values. Try to apply it to your life where you are right now. Eliminate shame. We eliminate shame not only by examining our own fear and shame, but also making sure we're not adding to someone else's shame. And Emily, what I tell you? Throwing shade fuels shame. It's what the kids are saying these days. When you throw shade on other people, Emily, what exactly does throw shade mean? Am I using that correctly?
You are.
Okay. When you throw shade on other people about their decisions, now you're fueling their shame. So not only, I want us to think about our own shame, but I also want us to think about, are we adding to other people's shame? Throwing shade fuels shame. You can quote me on that. And then embrace responsibility. Embrace responsibility. That's a big one in Fearless Mom. I embrace my responsibility to parent, to do my best, even when I make mistakes. I apologize and move on. I will never quit. I embrace that responsibility. I also embrace my responsibility to just take care of me. And so, in my family, and my responsibilities. So you do you, I'll do me, and we'll cheer each other on as we go. So you do you, I'll do me. So pay careful attention to your own work. This is Galatians 6:4-5. Pay careful attention to your friend's work, your neighbor's work, your sister's work. No. Pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. A lot of times when we're throwing shade, we're feeling insecure about our own. I'm going to be using that term. It's kind of my new thing, maybe. Throwing shade.
I don't know if we need to go that.
Yeah, throw in with an apostrophe, shade. So embrace responsibility. Equip with tools. We're going to do our best to give you some more resources. We always encourage you to look at Raising Boys and Girls. Raising Boys and Girls, they have an Instagram. They have all kinds of resources, and we'll do our best. So we want to equip you with tools, and we want to give you some other resources that will equip you with tools also. I do want you to filter. We encourage you to, we want to equip you, but we don't want to overwhelm you. I feel the same way about your phone, your app. Be wise about how you're equipping yourself with information, and be discerning. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, then maybe you shouldn't be watching the news constantly or getting constant notifications every time something changes. So gather relevant info, but filter and get helpful info. And then the last one is empower by example. So we eliminate shame, embrace responsibility, equip with tools, and empower by example. I would highly encourage you to make sure you are talking with people in other stages of life than you. It's a big part of Fearless Mom, the Titus 2 moms. And the Titus 2 moms are simply moms who are a little farther down the road than you. And our Titus 2 moms are prayer warriors for you. They've been there, done that. And look for people who are older or younger as you process. We say this all the time about if you're potty training and you're only hanging out with other moms who are potty training, you feel like potty training is the hardest thing in the world and you'll never get through it. You need to get perspective by talking to someone with a newborn who needs 14 diapers a day, or talking to someone in elementary school who has a child in elementary school who says, I promise they will not wear diapers forever. It's a shift in perspective. Changing the way you look at it changes the way you feel about it, and it changes how you deal with it. And so empower by example. Be friends with people, converse with people who are in different stages than you. If you are obsessed right now with what you're going to do about schooling your kids, talk to someone whose friends have kids who are out of school, or whose friends have kids or friends whose kids are not yet in school. Talk to people in other age groups. It just makes a huge difference. Obviously, we believe in friend groups, and especially right now, pods and all that business. But be friends with people in other age groups too. We want to encourage you that you can do this and that we're all in this together. And if you're thinking, I'm overwhelmed, I think I'm the only one who doesn't know what I'm doing. No, I've got news for you. Everybody is feeling the same way, no matter the stage you're in. Everyone's overwhelmed. Everyone's uncertain. Even those who are enjoying it are uncertain about what's coming next. And those who are sad, or those who are frustrated, or those who are disappointed, look at your feelings with no judgment and no comparison, and deal with them honestly. And then go, you know what, God, I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to keep my eyes on the horizon. I'm going to cling to what I know is real and true. And right now, we know that God is in control. We don't know what's around the corner, but He certainly does. And He loves you, and He cares for you. And believe it or not, He loves your children more than you do. Now, Emily, we forgot to do the giveaway.
No, I stopped it when it was.
Oh, you stopped it? And so do we have the winners?
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought we forgot. Okay, Emily selected winners.
Sorry,
The winners, go
I
ahead.
didn't want to cut you off because you were saying such great words.
Okay, who are the winners? Who are the
The
winners?
winners are Rachel Settle
Rachel Settle.
from Maryland, right? MD?
Yeah, from Maryland. Excellent. Oh, we've got a lot of fearless moms in
And
Maryland.
then Jennifer King from Redlands, California.
And Jennifer King from Redlands, California.
And Stephanie.
East Coast, West Coast.
Stephanie, I want to say her last name correctly, Solis from Austin, Texas.
From Austin. Oh, East Coast, West Coast, and Austin. That's amazing. Okay, guys. So what we need you to do is...
I already got their address.
Oh, never mind. Emily doesn't need. She's already done it. Guys, we believe in you. We're for you. We're with you. We are excited. We will see you next week, and love that you joined us. See you later.